PSG happen to be the most complete team right now.
Inzaghi, I don't understand the kind of blunder he blundered in the finals to collect 5-0.
Dembele's effort in this game was what made them to win this game.
Yeah.
Football Banter.
Hey guys, once again, welcome back to Football Banter. Okay, and on this particular episode, we're just going to look back into the season that just got wrapped up with the finals of the Champions League. And we before that day, we had our opinions about who's going to win the Champions League and other things attached to the Champions League, trophy in terms of the players who would emerge and go further to or be better positioned to win the biggest awards in football, like the Ballon d'Or. And today, a lot of us got our predictions right, and our analysis also was right. But today we're going to be looking at the humiliation and the destruction of Inter Milan, which is quite disappointing, especially when you watch what they did against Barcelona. You expect that the final was going to be a cracker, but somehow the final did not eventually. It disappointed everyone because we expected a battle, but what we got was a trumping and a humiliation. PSG. I think PSG just defined football.
I never saw that coming. Seriously, I was expecting Inter to up their game. Like, if I was to give the upper hand for who was to win that match, it was Inter for me. But then, I don't know what happened with Inzaghi and his guys. I don't just know. They couldn't attack. They couldn't even defend. You get? And kudos to PSG because Enrique has proven himself that he is a don when it comes to coaching. And for me, I wouldn't want to fault Inzaghi because, first of all, check out his players. This man has been managing, I don't want to call them, they are not top-class players. Majority of the people that played in the 2020, was it, when did Man City win?
Just 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago, right? Majority of them that played that final 2 seasons ago are still the same people playing this current final. So there's no change, nothing. Everything is just like that. So for me, that alone made Inter Milan to lose that game. The fact that they did not invest in their players.
Okay, but prior to that game, there was no problem with that team.
There was a problem. It's just that we didn't see. There was every problem in that game.
Wisdom,
before the game,
we had a conversation, though it was not aired. I said this here that I don't see Inter scoring a goal. You guys attacked me that day. I said it. Why? I've seen the teams, and PSG happen to be the most complete team right now. You see, yes, I may not have noticed it until the end of the season, but I've looked at them before the final, and I saw that, in every aspect, they are balanced. And I also said it that, look, Inter Milan had 9 chances over 2 legs against Barca and scored 7 goals. That says a lot about Barcelona defense. Why PSG have a good defense, a balanced defense. See, that's what you see Barcelona players telling you that it does not matter how many goals because they'll try and score you more. That is telling you that they don't have a well-defined defensive plan or stuff for now.
Okay.
Maybe next season we'll see if we work on that also. But that was just it. And even if it was Barcelona that went to this final, they will not see win because the PSG team. There's a compact team that is complete on every ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't play useless island or any kind of.
Is it just the team or the tactics?
Yeah, tactics is the team. Everything is the team.
Divine.
Because we've seen complete teams. Right, but at the end of the tactics betray them. So that's why I made this statement.
When I meant complete, because it's based on based on players, tactics, and that's what I mean. You understand?
Okay, because
and the coach and everything.
Because reason why I'm saying that is I started by saying, are we seeing Enrique define football? Is this going to be a new? Because when you look at the way PSG played, against Arsenal, that's particularly where I noticed their performance against Arsenal. For the first time this season, Arsenal went to a match not knowing what to expect. And when you watch the game against Inter Milan, that's exactly what happened. Inter were lost. They don't know what to expect. So, coach, looking at the way Enrique has put his side together and the way they play, to the point where every team they face is always, you don't know how to prepare. Do you think that's is defining a new era in terms of football?
We need to understand something here. Enrique, his tactic, the first strike policy, that's what eliminated Arsenal in the Champions League. That's what took the remaining two English teams. Because if you look at the path of PSG to triumph in the Champions League, if you look at the path, you will see that they went through Liverpool, Aston Villa, Arsenal before going to Italy to meet Inter. And that's why I blame Coach Inzaghi. Because coaches usually watch previous matches of their opponent, and such a big event like the finals of the Champions League, I think they would have watched it multiple times to understand the first strike policy or the first strike mentality of Luis Enrique.
So you want to tell me they didn't watch it multiple times?
I was counting.
Maybe they didn't pay attention to that.
You didn't get me.
They didn't pay attention to that.
If you are going to a final, you should say that.
I'm the one talking.
Still with you.
I said this. I said they must have watched it. That's why I said Inzaghi, I don't understand the kind of blunder he blundered in the finals to collect 5-0, because teams do watch their opponent before the game. And in such a big event of the Champions League final, that's what I was saying, Wheezy. I don't know if they watch it or they didn't watch it, but I know they watched it.
You expect them to?
They should.
They should, because that's why I said he blundered, because watching that game, you understand Luis Enrique's tactic. The first strike policy, get one goal, then contain the opponent. Then go again, then contain. Then go. It's like you are squeezing orange, like an orange. You squeeze, you release.
You rest.
You squeeze, you release. You squeeze, you release. That's Enrique's tactic. And it worked well. And, I keep saying, football evolves. Things in the past are being brought to light, but in a more modern way. Enrique had this thing back then. Like I said, the author of the modern defined football is Johan Cruyff. You understand? It's still a tiki-taka pattern, but now in a squeeze and release form. They call it the first strike policy. Bam, he got it right. Throughout the tournament, in the knockout phase, that's what he was doing. If you look at it, in the pool stages, the PSG was just, Arsenal had to beat them. And I think
we're trying to...
I think that's what made Arteta to sleep. That victory.
Yeah.
That victory against
he thought
PSG.
he figured them out.
Let me derail a bit. That victory, let me derail again before getting to it. That victory against PSG in that group stage is what made Arsenal to sleep. Because in all the teams that PSG played during the knockout stage, only Arsenal struggled to contain them a bit. And that's where I stand.
That is true.
That's why I stand with you that if Arsenal had sailed through, Arsenal would have been the champion of the Champions League this season. But now, the genicity, the tactic of Luis Enrique, you understand, is what took PSG to a different level. And I'm happy for PSG because, Inter winning it would have been the third time, or the third time winning the Champions League. And PSG still with nothing. And the president of PSG, Al Nasser Khalifa, has invested so much in that team, bringing in big guns of no use. And it still go back to pass a message onto football coaches and onto football clubs that it's not about the big name.
It's a team sport.
It's about the team spirit, the commitment, having that bond. If you look, Mbappe left PSG. And then, bam, 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 bam. Dembele came in, Vasquelia, Bangula from, boom, 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 boom. They form a team. Boom, it's good. Unlike
teamwork.
Back then, we had Neymar, we had
Messi.
Even Lionel Messi came to know of it. And that man's problem, PSG problem, is the Champions League, not the league, not the cup. And now they are a happy team. They won the quadruple. They won the league. They won the cup. They won the French Cup. They won the Champions League. Everything they won.
Yeah, I support what coach is saying because
You understand?
That is
It's a
true.
big- it's a
This
milestone.
same PSG team,
And they're the first club to
this
have done
same
that.
PSG team with Mbappe or any other person at the top, maybe a star person at the top, will not
have,
achieve
you know,
this because
yeah.
if you look at the way they play, if you look
cannot
at the
pick out
pressing, you
anybody,
see,
man.
that final really made me understand why this man made Dembele his false nine.
Yeah.
Why he opted out to make Dembele to be the leader of the front four, and why right now, I'm even considering. See, right now, I'm even considering Dembele, Rafinha together as the Ballon d'Or winners.
No, Dembele is miles ahead.
Because you see this eye test that we're talking about. Apart from what you can do with the ball, what you can do off the ball.
Yeah.
You see, forget he didn't even recover any ball. No, but his work.
It was his off
You
the
see,
ball work.
Dembele's effort in this game was what made them to win this game.
Yeah.
If you see the pressing, Inter Milan are a very fluid team when it comes to playing out from the back.
But
When it comes to playing, passing
just
the
give me
ball.
1 minute at a time. Away from that, there's a keystone in that PSG team. This number 7, Vasquelia.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm coming to that too.
I don't see.
Coach,
Yeah, Dembele is good.
Coach, I'm coming to that.
That's what
Everybody,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
just give me 1
they're
minute.
a
That's what-
team, and
I
everybody is
know.
doing
I
well.
think the
That's
reason
what
why they're not
pivot-
giving him that
you
praise is
continue.
because he
No, the
entered the
yeah,
team
the
in
the
January.
pivot of the
pivot,
team
yes.
is Vitinha.
Yeah,
It's Vitinha.
Vitinha. You understand?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. If you look at the PSG team, that's why it's a complete team. Guy, we can. All I can say is that it's a complete team. Because if you look at the role Vasquelia played, the role that Vitinha played, and the role that Dembele played, that triangle.
Now, coach, see the role that everybody plays.
Yeah.
I'm still on that
Sure.
because
Yeah.
you see Dembele. Look at his runs. Did you see the way the guy was chasing down
The keeper,
someone?
man.
yeah, the keeper.
He
did
chased
well.
someone like say Soma team.
Like, man,
Someone never hold ball. Dembele don't take in front. See, Dembele didn't do it. They run at time. You know, say problem D.
No.
See, Dembele go Bernard like this. He
Like,
look
I'm coming
see,
for that ball.
And my boss said, most of his run, he's not winning the ball.
It doesn't have to.
But it's forcing the Inter Milan players to play the ball long or make error passes that his teammates
And he knows that
Kvaratskhelia
it will be contained.
do it. They're also good in pressing and press. Omo.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay. So, do we
Come on.
categorically say now that Enrique is the best coach in Europe this season?
Yeah, this season. I think he's the
Abeg.
best coach.
If he's the best
Coach.
because see, he's the best.
He's the best coach.
Well, I will tell you, someone who gets with the short sharp shock policy, with the short sharp shock strategy, with the first strike strategy, definitely he has to be the best coach of the season.
So
because
we
I
agree
don't
on
see
that.
anybody, and felicitation to him. Even Madrid, Florentino Perez actually sent a congratulatory message. to Enrique.
Amazing.
Though he acknowledged the fact that Enrique is a Barca fan, but you know,
He's a former Madrid player now.
we are always open. We love people.
And also why again is best coach because if you look at his team, a lot of young players, a lot of players that are just playing in Europe.
Funny
like
enough-
see William Pacho, come on, you will never know that this is first year in Europe.
No, funny enough, we know what's more fascinating is that anybody who he picks and fit into that system just
Send him Mayulu, for
See that
example.
Mayulu
boy.
Like
Look
he just fits him.
Even
before he looks-
what was his name?
Kvaratskhelia just
that
came
came
in,
in
yeah.
January. He just
He
picked
just
form and
fits
he
in. Like
very
no.
important to the
Yeah.
team.
So we unanimously agree.
And
that
mind you, the fact that this team has not won the Champions League in fact in their history.
yeah.
So coming into this team, I don't think they bought any star player.
No.
There was no star
No.
player.
So-
You get
But
so
a
I
good
think
coach- a good coach,
he deserves to
like
win
I always
the coach
say,
of the
some
year.
of these star boys, if they are not made in the team, if they are star boys
They are
brought from
they are going
outside,
to disrupt
they always come to destroy
the
the
game.
plans. And
Yeah.
if you look at his team now, everybody in that team, almost everybody is going to win something.
Yes.
Hakimi
They
for
played for each
African
other.
Ballon d'Or. Dembele most probably is leading the chart of the
Ballon d'Or.
Enrique,
The
best
keeper
coach,
too. The keeper.
best
Dewey-
coach.
Dewey is going to be the
Dewey,
golden
you
boy.
understand?
Donnarumma.
Best
Yeah.
keeper. In fact, the entire PSG team is superb.
Yeah.
So,
Divine, sorry. Nevertheless, I think it was a boring final.
yes, because
Not boring,
Inter
but
Milan
one-sided.
didn't-
Because
Inter- it was
one-sided.
Inter
Come
Milan
on,
it was
didn't-
actually
5 goals in the
boring.
final.
Because
Inter Milan did-
it-
How
This street football that PSG
No,
plays.
Because
I
Inter
get
was
the fact that
I know we have a 5-4, 5-2 is going to be interesting here,
Yes,
but
like I was expecting
a fight.
a
At least.
fight from
At
Inter.
least.
You
At
get
least.
so when I was seeing
During
the
the
goals
game,
from
during the
from,
game, me
from
and the one were
PSG, I was
chatting,
like,
I didn't
who
tell
was
her.
this? He's giving us 2019 and
It
Champions League final.
wasn't pleasing pleasant. You know, it's felt like Inter Milan were, just like Coach said, they were sodomized. They appear helpless. No gameplay. It looks like whatever plan they came, even the coach, you could see the frustration in the eyes of the coach. And so at the end of the day, though, I think.
And this is the most humiliating final in the history of the
Champions
They
League.
don't collect them for Barca. Thank you, Inter Milan. Since Barca collect 4-0
I
against
don't
AC
get you. What do you
Milan.
mean by thank you?
Yes, now they don't help us collect our shame.
Okay,
Now,
you guys are the one. Okay,
yeah,
you
now we
guys are
collect 4-0 for AC Milan.
Yeah,
That time
you
we
guys
are
are
crave our
4-0.
coach. Yeah,
So
they
now it's
don't
5-0.
collect 5.
Okay, so you're very happy.
I'm happy.
So-
One batting don't come out.
All right, so guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. What do you think about the Champions League final? What do you think about our review on Enrique, the PSG team, the final, and also the guys who would definitely definitely win either the African Footballer of the Year or the Ballon d'Or, because as it stands, there's nobody taking it away from Hakimi, African Footballer of the Year.
Bam, that
And
one.
Ballon d'Or, I think Dembele is him.
But it's still down to the vote.
It's down to the vote, but Dembele is
Yeah, it's him.
Is him.
Like
I'm rooting for Dembele too.
the other one down there. Like I
All of
always
them,
say,
Sha, they
these people, they don't get a fix.
I think that would be a
method.
discussion
They don't get a fixed criteria
time.
to winning those things. So anyhow we go.
That
But
will be a
we
discussion
here,
for
we
another
here,
day.
we don't talk. Say we are saying that Hakimi,
And
Dembele, Enrique, Donnarumma, they must win something.
Even do it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
guys, we'll see you on the next episode. Until then, bye for now and ciao ciao.
Football Banter.